Alright guys, it is finally time for me to pick and choose the winners of the Edit My Raw competition. But before we do get into that, I just want to announce a new competition, not really a competition, but a chance for you guys to be featured in my forthcoming book, Photograph in the Night Sky, which is going to be published by PhotoView before the end of 2020. So make sure to stick around to the end of the video to hear the details about that, because I'd love to feature some of your photos in my book. So onto the competition to celebrate 50,000 subscribers on this channel, which is mind-blowing. It is nuts, guys. I never expected it to get this far, but now I'm just really excited to see how far we can take it, because this is more than just me and my photography now. This really has become a community of people and night sky lovers from all over the world. So I've got some exciting plans. I'm so excited for the future of this channel. But for the competition, I just loved seeing all of your edits every day and just going through the hashtag and seeing how you guys made the images your own and added your own creative touch. It was really, really cool, and it was very, very difficult to pick winners. So what I did is I basically whittled down a short list from Instagram and Twitter as well. And then I enrolled the help of a very good friend of mine, Adrien Mauduit, also known as Nightlights Films. He is one of the most technically advanced and critical astrophotographers I know, so I knew he was going to be perfect to help me pick and choose the winners. So, Adrien, thanks for helping me out, man.
No problem.
I had a lot of difficulty trying to pick a winner. So, were there any in particular that like really stood out for you?
The one that I found really stunning was the one from Arte Nocturno, the one with the Easter Island Milky Way behind the statues.
Yep.
There are two, although that one from Arte Nocturno, I really love the colors and just the whole balance of the picture. I think it's on point.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because that's one of my absolute favorites. And there's a real nice richness to the blacks. It's like a real velvetness to the blacks. It's really, really nice, and the Milky Way just glows, and it's not like, it's contrasty, but it's not overdone. So I'm really glad we're on the same wavelength there.
So that was one. The second one I really loved was the you standing above a sea of clouds, a cloud inversion in the Milky Way, the moon.
Seb?
Yep, Seb as
Sebaba's worker.
Yep, I think that was really, really nice edit. I think the light of the moon is really well rendered. It's not too much, although we can really see that faintly on the clouds, and also on the rocks.
Yeah.
The general atmosphere and the Milky Way is actually really, it's nicely processed as well. It's not too much, but you still have this really nice gradient with nice contrast.
Yeah. Do you know, there was a few reasons that I liked that one as well, and it was because first of all, I was in such a rush that it was wonky, so like the horizon wasn't straight, and so many people didn't straighten the horizon in the edit. They'd upload it with the horizon, so it's nice to see that he's paid attention, he's cropped it properly, got the horizon nice and straight. And the other thing is that that's taken with an Astro modified camera, and I think a lot of people were struggling with balancing the magenta. And a lot of the entries still had that really harsh sort of magenta overcast, but he's done a really good job of just sort of getting rid of that magenta cast and sticking to that sort of blue and yellow harmony, and he's done a really good balanced job on that one.
And I kind of hesitated between two pictures.
Okay.
The first one is the one of the Milky Way and the trees, just the Milky Way and the trees by GSC Captured.
Yeah.
I think he's done a really good job at noise reduction, star reduction, not too much. Milky Way pops out nicely. The colors seem quite balanced and nice, and there's just a nice atmosphere, I think, to the picture. There's still this this haze in the sky that you see underneath.
He's been doing some really nice stuff with Comet Neo Eyes as well. Past few days, like really cool stuff, and I think he's on I think he's less than 2,000 followers, man. It's crazy.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
You should have more.
He's really doing some impressive stuff lately.
So I really liked it, and the second picture was the one with the aurora, and you holding the lantern on Senya from our Condilo.
Yeah,
I think that was a really nice version of the picture that we took.
Yeah, I think there's a nice ethereal kind of softness.
Yeah,
kind of.
I sometimes, sometimes it's like it's 50-50. Sometimes people do it a bit too much.
Yeah.
But I think it works well on this one because there's a natural softness of the snow and the roundness of the landscape and everything. I think it works well.
Yeah, I'm with you. No, that's perfect, and I'm glad you kind of confirmed things that I was thinking about as well. My third choice was night. Well, it kind of was those two that you mentioned. They were both sort of high on the shortlist, but I quite liked the one with the post box from Loco Photo. It just added like a little touch of beams of light coming out of the telephone box, so I thought were kind of cool. And it's a very difficult contrasty image to edit, that one, but he's done a really good job.
Nice. Do you see the how's the resolution of the sky? Can you see the Andromeda?
Yeah.
Nicely. Yeah. I mean, there's a very nice atmosphere in the foreground.
Yeah.
There's nice noise control, as I can tell from and the as you mentioned, the light is well, kept in a way, not blown out too much. You don't see it's a phone booth.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, Adrien, thank you so much, man. That's really helped me pick one or two, and that's given me more to deliberate now. But I'm feeling closer to picking the three winners. So huge thank you for helping us out, man.
Thank you so much again for having me, and that was a pleasure to pitch in, and I hope that narrowed down the choice and help you find the three winners. But that's really nice to see so much engagement, especially during this time of coronavirus situation from the whole astrophotography community. So I think that's awesome.
Man. Awesome. Thanks, Adrien.
Yeah, you're welcome, guys.
So guys, after that deliberation with Adrien, I've settled on the winners. So in third place, the winner of the Kubu lens warmer is three people because I couldn't choose. And no, you're not going to share one lens warmer between the three of you. You all win your own lens warmer. So the first one is JCS Captures. The second is RB Cardillo. And the third is Loco. So all of you guys who joined third, you all win a Kubu lens warmer. I just couldn't pick between these three. They were all so on point. I couldn't pick a flaw with one of them or two of them. They were all just on that level where I just couldn't pick between them. So all of you guys in third place will win a prize. So congratulations. In second place was Seb with this image, and as I mentioned, just lots of little things like straightening the horizon, getting the balance right, dealing with the magenta overcast, and as Adrien mentioned, the colours were really nice, and the Milky Way was done really well with the gradient from the moon, and just the highlights of the moon and the soft glow to it was just really on point. So you are in second place, and you win a Case Neutral Night Light Pollution Filter. So I'll be in touch very soon to get that prize out to you. And without further ado, the unanimous decision on the winner of the competition was Arte Nocturno with the image from Easter Island. And I was so relieved that Adrien picked that one first because it was also my contender for the winner. And just a really spot-on edit. There's, like as I mentioned, just that real rich velvety goodness to the blacks of the image, and it's high in contrast, but it doesn't look overly contrasty. There's a really nice on-point edit, and the Milky Way just has this really nice glow to it, and the colours are just beautiful. So yeah, that was the unanimous winner. You win the Move Shoot Move Star Tracker, the complete kit. So I will be in touch with you very soon to get that out to you. And then halfway through the competition, Benro got back to me and said they'd like to get involved and provide a prize. So I decided to mix things up a little bit and do a prize for the most creative entry. And this was so much fun. I didn't realize how much fun this would be. Like, all of your guys' stuff coming in every day was just blowing me away. There were people putting things like, you know, Superman coming out of the phone box, and E.T. and DeLorean, and views from spaceships, and composites of two images put together. I really love this one from Damo, where you've combined the image of me above the clouds with Tay-Day Observatory. It just works so well. And again, I needed some help to pick a winner. So I called up one of the most creative space artists that I know, Cathrin. She does these incredible oil paintings of galaxies, nebulae, the Milky Way, aurora, the moon, and some of them she does in glow in the dark, where you can just like shine a torch on them and they glow in the dark, and oh my god, they just look so insane. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what Cathrin thinks about all of your creative entries. Cathrin, thank you so much for helping me out with this competition. We've had so many crazy entries, and I thought you'd be perfect to pick, or to help me pick the most creative, because some of the stuff I've been sent has been absolutely mind-blowing. So have you had a chance to look through them?
Absolutely. I love some of these entries. I mean, they're all really good. It's going to be pretty hard to choose. But I mean, I guess like the thing I was looking at when I was going through this is like, how do you define creativity? And like, I was like, you have to sort of make a separation between like effort and creativity. And I know that sounds weird, but just because someone puts a ton of effort into something doesn't mean it's like super creative. Yeah, for sure. Does that make sense?
Were there any in particular that really stood out for you?
There's some that made me laugh. I think we should talk about the ones that made me smile first.
Yeah, let's do that, because I had so much fun like watching the entries come in. Like when I launched the most creative prize, I was like, oh god, what's going to happen here? But every day I was just like, oh my god, this is so funny, this is so cool.
Firstly, the one by Devon Flair, who photoshopped. For ages I didn't understand why this was super creative, and then I realised that he'd photoshopped his face. I'm assuming that's his face, or is it your face?
Yeah.
Your face into the stone. And I was like, wait, what's going on here? And I was like, dude, that's a person.
Oh my god, I think it's hilarious, but it's done so brilliantly. He's just ripped an image of my face from YouTube apparently and put it on one of the Easter Island statues, and it's so good.
It's classic. It's so good. So firstly, I've just got to give some props to that, because it made me smile, if anything.
Yeah.
The other one, obviously, there's some sci-fi entries that I thought were just made me smile so much. Firstly, the one with the DeLorean.
Yeah.
Again, like, I don't know, it just made me smile so much whenever I saw it. It was great. The sci-fi scene as well with the spaceship, and that's
amazing.
It's super cool. I'm from the games. My actual profession, before I became a full-time space artist, was I made video games. It feels somewhat familiar with scenes like this. The scene with the helicopter from Gwen. For ages, I was trying to understand why the character on the right had like glowing eyes. And then I realised it's like maybe some night vision scope. But I was like, wow, it's really... I was like, that's a freaky ass character. I was like, I'm so scared.
Yeah, it has got that real freaky vibe to it, doesn't it? But it's pulled off like really well. Eyes.
So the one with the lightning and the sort of Bill and Ted-esque.
I was going to go with like Doctor Who or Superman, but yeah, Bill and Ted is way better.
Oh, it could be. Well, I was thinking because Bill and Ted was in a phone box, wasn't it? It was an American phone box, of course. It's like the English Bill and Ted. It was excellent, excellent. So, yeah. Also, I thought it was interesting is that sort of Google Dream-esque view of it, like the AI processed one, or it looked like it was AI processed.
I had a feeling you'd like that one because it's very painterly, isn't it?
It is. It's like I'm tripping still. I wanted to ask about the eye one. Now I can see that, like the little reflection at the bottom, and I thought that was quite sweet. Quite beautiful in a way. But you can't really, and I guess this is the difficulty when you're trying to represent stars in an eye that already has a lot of detail, that it's really hard to sort of make out what's going on. And I think I had to stare at it for quite a while and to see what was going on with that. But it's a beautiful image.
Yeah, I really liked that one. It really stood out as being so different to all the others. But yeah, your point about the stars sort of being difficult to stand out in all that detail is interesting.
I mean, like we could like, I think like some way you could think about like what does it actually mean from like an artist's perspective, and it's like this human experience. Like when you feel, I mean, you'll know this because you make videos, right? Depending on how closely you crop into someone's face, really depends on like how intimately you are. You know, involved with them on the screen, right? If someone's at a very big distance, you know, it's very, you know, there's no intimacy. When you're very close to someone's face, something really important. When you're zoomed into someone's eye that close, it's like their literal experience. And I was like, it's almost like someone's experience of seeing the night, which I thought was beautiful in a way. Wow. So maybe I thought about this. I went way deep.
This is exactly why I knew I should phone you to help me with this judging. That was amazing. But yeah, that's a great point.
It is hard to decide though.
So in terms of creativity, what was your conclusion about the definition of creativity?
I don't know. Can I quickly Google what creativity means?
Of course you can.
Define creativity. It's the use of imagination or original ideas to create something, inventiveness. So I guess realistically, it's like, what is the most original idea here? Half of me is like, it's your face on the statue, but there's a big part of me that's like, that has to win. Your face on the statue.
I'm really glad you said that, because I'm also in the same mindset. That one has to win. But my problem was I felt so narcissistic choosing that image because it's essentially my face. So I was like, has he played on my ego here to win, or is it actually that good? And I mean, it's pulled off so well. And even the final edit on top of the image is amazing.
Actually, the way that the stars are edited, I don't know. I hadn't seen the raw image, so I can't say how much is pre-processed. But if it was a raw shot, I'm assuming that they've pulled out all of those beautiful colours. And for me, there's a technical there's a technical aspect to this one that is very, very well pulled off. I'm still quite new to Astra. I mainly do deep space objects rather than Milky Way, but it can be a challenge, right? To really do that, and I appreciated that. And I'll be honest, for the longest part, I was like, I don't understand what's going on in this photo, because, you know, and then when I clicked, I was like, dude, it's.
I was the same. I was like, the first time I saw it, I was like, oh wow, that's a great idea. And then the more I looked at it, I was like, wait, that's me. That is me.
It's oddly familiar. Is that a brother or something?
But I think it's. I wish I did have a statue in Easter Island. But I think it was, not only is it a really creative idea, it was a really brave effort to try and pull that off, because I don't know, I mean, I've used Photoshop a lot. That must have been really bloody difficult, especially to make it look quite believable in some sense.
Oh, for sure. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I think that this one, there's a part of me inside that's like, yeah.
Okay. Well, Cathrin, thank you so much. That was, I knew your input would be amazing, and that just went even further than I could have imagined. So thank you so much. That's really, really helped. And I'm looking forward to see what else you come up with yourself in the coming weeks. Have you got anything exciting coming up?
I'm currently filming a documentary about something I'm building. So, to
Really?
give a quick plug. I'm
Is this an
building,
exclusive?
it's very new. I haven't really spoken a lot about it, but I'm building a chandelier of the Milky Way galaxy. But that's
Oh
not
my
really
God.
that spectacular, apart from fact when you realise it's 8 meters or 26 feet in diameter. So like an average house, double-story house, is I think 5.5 meters tall. So it's put it into perspective. And we're using mission data from the Gaia mission from the European Space Agency.
Oh, wow.
Working with some. Yeah, I was like, I want to build
wow.
it. There's just you go into a natural history museum and there's just, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, big dinosaur. Now, I've not got anything against dinosaurs, but like how amazing would it be if you go and then there's like the whole Milky Way galaxy and then you're just presented with it in this massive scale.
That sounds
and it's
absolutely insane.
So that's what we're building.
Wow.
So-
I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Well, I wish you all the best with that. That sounds absolutely amazing.
Thank you so
I look
much.
forward to it. Thank you, Cathrin.
See ya.
Bye-bye. And so without further ado, I can announce that the winner, and I feel very narcissistic saying this, but it is Devon Flair with this image of my face as a Moai statue on Easter Island. So Devon Flair wins the Benro Carbon Fibre Slim Tripod. Now on to the next, I don't really want to call it a competition, but a chance for you guys to be featured in my forthcoming book, Photographing the Night Sky. There's a section of the book which basically covers the best places around the world to do landscape astrophotography and astrophotography. Now I've traveled a lot, but I haven't been to everywhere around the world. So we want input from you guys, some local knowledge about areas and regions in your country or places that you've visited that are particularly good for landscape astrophotography. So what I'd love for you guys to do is to follow the link in the description down below and read the full details, but really just send me some images or just one image of an area or a region, just a sort of general place. And then there are some questions there about, where is this region, but also what is it good for? Is it good for the Northern Lights? Maybe it's good for Milky Way season. Maybe it's good for zodiacal light or fireflies or bioluminescent plankton. Is this, something special and unique about that area that makes it particularly good and fun? And how do you rate the landscape in that area? And how dark are the skies there? And if we find that your information is useful, it will go into the book, your images will be featured, and then we'll either offer you a free copy of the book when it's released, or if you don't want the book, we will happily pay you in money instead. So yeah, I'm looking forward to your entries and hearing your knowledge. And if you're going out to enjoy the night sky anytime soon, I wish you good luck and clear skies.